Hello students, today we are discuss about the some theorem which is based on the finitely generated vector spaces. Okay, so the statement of the theorem is let V is equal to span of a1 a2 am be a finitely generated vector space with generators a1 a2 am, then a basis for V can be selected from among the set of generators a1 a2 am. In other words, a set of generators for a finitely generated vector space always contains a basis. Okay. So what is given in a statement? If V is an generated, it is an finitely generated. First of all, we have given V is finitely generated vector space. Finitely generated vector space means what? There exist a finite number of generators who generate the vector space. Okay, so V is equal to span of a1 a2 am. Therefore these are the generators of the vector space V. Okay, so V be a finitely generated vector space with generators a1 a2 am. Then what we have to show? Then a basis for V can be selected from among the set of generators a1 a2 am. Okay, then we have to show that the basis of that vector space V can be selected from that generators a1 a2 am. Therefore the subset of these generators a1 a2 am can form some basis of that vector space. That's we have to show. Okay, in other words, the set of generators for a finitely generated vector space always contains a basis, or in other words it can be also given by the set of generators for the finitely generated vector space always contains a basis. For the any generator set of the vector space V can contain a basis. This is we have to show. So the proof is, the result is clear if V is equal to singleton 0 by the previous theorem. This is obvious case. Okay, this is already we have discussed in the previous theorem. Which theorem is this? Okay, this is already discussed in the previous theorem. Okay, what is given in that theorem? If we have given V is equal to singleton 0. Okay, if you have given V is equal to singleton 0 means singleton 0 is only present in the vector space V, which is a single vector. But we know that here a singleton 0 can form a basis of V. This is not happen. Okay, singleton 0 cannot form a basis of V. Why this is cannot form a basis of V? Since singleton 0 is a linearly dependent set, but the basis should be a linearly independent set. Therefore singleton 0 cannot form a basis of set. Therefore in that case the empty set should form a basis of that set. Okay, therefore if we have V is equal to singleton 0, the empty set can form an basis. Okay, so the result is clear if V is equal to singleton 0. This is an obvious case and we have already discussed in the previous theorem. Go through that theorem. The first case in that theorem is also is this, V is equal to singleton 0. Go through that theorem and look at the proof of that case. Okay, now the next is, now let V is not equal to singleton 0. If we have V is not equal to singleton 0, that is V is consisting of a non-zero vectors. Okay, so for some index R where 1 less than or equal to R less than or equal to M, we know that V is an subspace, or V is equal to span of a1 a2 am. That is an a1 a2 am is the generator set for the vector space V. Therefore consider the any index R such that this R should be less equal M. Okay, for the any index consider as an R such that 1 less than or equal to R less than or equal to M, then we assume for a suitable ordering of a1 a2 am that a1 a2 ar is linearly independent, and consider or assume for the suitable ordering of a1 a2 am. This is a generating set a1 a2 am. We may assume that the set consisting of these R vectors for the any R less than or equal to M. Okay, this set a1 a2 ar is linearly independent. Consider this set as a linearly independent set. Okay, and that any larger set of AIs is linearly dependent set. Now this is already discussed in the theorem. We know that if, by which theorem? if we have set of vectors, suppose we have set of vectors a1, a2 up to so on am, which is a generating set, which is an generating set of the vector space V. Therefore, for any set of vectors b1, b2 up to so on bm, okay, for any set of vectors, suppose this is an n, this is a generating set of n vectors, and for any set of vectors b1, b2, bm of the vector space V with m is greater than n. If this m is greater than this n, then this set of vectors b1, b2 up to so on bm is linearly dependent set. Okay, this theorem is already proved by us. Okay, so if we have a set of vectors with generating set consisting of an n elements, and therefore for any other set of vectors p1, b2, bm of the vector space V, if this m is greater than n, then this set of vector is linearly dependent. Therefore, by using this fact, as this set is a1, a2, ar is linearly independent set, so if we add any other elements to that linearly independent set, okay, if we add any other elements to that linearly independent set, the larger set must be a linearly dependent set by using that theorem. Okay, by using this theorem. Okay, if we add any elements to that set, the set must be a linearly dependent set for the any m greater than n. Okay, so as a1, a2, ar is linearly independent set, and that any larger set of ai's is linearly dependent set by using this theorem. So by lemma A, which lemma A? By lemma A, what is the statement for that lemma? The statement for the lemma is, if the set a1, a2, am is linearly dependent, and if a1, a2, am minus 1 is linearly independent, then am is a linear combination of a1, a2, am minus 1. The statement is, if we have a set of m vectors which are linearly dependent, if we remove one vector, last vector am from that set, then the remaining set is a1, a2, am minus 1. And if this set is linearly dependent, and if this set is linearly independent, then this last vector is a linear combination of these vectors. This is a lemma. Okay, so by using this lemma, it follows that ar plus 1, ar plus 2 up to am all belongs to span of a1, a2, ar. Now look at here, as this set a1, a2, ar is linearly independent set. Okay, so for any larger set of ai's is linearly dependent. Okay, for any larger set of ai's is linearly independent. Okay, now as the set of vectors a1, a2, ar is linearly independent set, and for the any, as we know that r is less than or equal to m, therefore if we add the vectors a1, a2 up to so on ar, this is a linearly independent set, and we add the vectors to that set ar plus 1, ar plus 2 up to so on am vectors. Therefore these vectors are added to that set. Okay, so as this set is linearly independent set, and if we add these members to that set, this set, the whole set must be a linearly dependent set. Okay, therefore as this set is linearly dependent set, and by using this lemma, the last vector which should be added to that set must be a linear combination of the linearly independent set. Therefore which vectors are added here? Here ar plus 1, ar plus 2 up to so on, the last vector is am, is added to set, which set a1, a2 up to so on ar. Okay, these vectors are added to this vectors, this set of vectors. Therefore these are nothing but the linear combination of the vectors of the set a1, a2 up to so on ar. Okay, so by using this fact, so by lemma A, it follows that ar plus 1, ar plus 2 up to so on a up to so on am are all belongs to span of a1, a2 up to so on ar. these are all belongs to span of A1, A2, AR. Span of A1, A2, AR means what? Means these are belongs to the linear combination of these vectors. Okay. Therefore, AR plus 1, AR plus 2, AM all belongs to span of A1, A2, AM. Now, therefore, span of A1, A2, AM is equal to span of A1, A2, AM. Why this is possible? Since AR plus 1, AR plus 2, AM belongs to span of A1, A2, AM, AM, A2, AR, and as R is less than or equal to M, by using this fact, this both spanning set must be unequal, as these are the linear combination of this spanning set. Therefore, we have span of A1, A2, AM is equal to span of A1, A2, AR. Therefore, and since we know that this set of vector is linearly independent set, okay, as this set of vectors already we have considered here, this set of vector is linearly independent set, and this set of vector or this R should be less than or equal to M. Okay, as this R is less than or equal to M, therefore we conclude that and every vector is a linear combination of this set. Therefore, this is the spanning set for the vector space V, and also this is a linearly independent set. Therefore, we conclude that it can forms and basis of the V. Okay. Therefore, this is the proof of that theorem. What we have given in the theorem? First of all, we have to show that what we have to show? We have to show that for the any set of vectors, if we have an given as a spanning set for the vector space V, A1, A2, AM, and if we consider the smaller set of vectors from that set of vector, we have to show that this can forms an basis. Therefore, if we consider smaller set as a singleton 0, first case, if we consider as a singleton 0, we know that empty set can forms an basis for the singleton 0. Therefore, in that case, this is an obvious case and which is proved. Okay. Now, if V is not equal to singleton 0, but if you are the any index R for 1 less than equal to R less than equal to M, then we have to show that this set of R vectors can form some basis. Okay, so we consider here set A1, A2, AR, which is already a linearly independent set, which is considered as a linearly independent set. Then by using the fact, if we add the any other vectors to that linearly independent set, this should be a linearly dependent set. Okay, so remaining added vectors to that set should be a linear combination of these vectors A1, A2 up to AR. Okay, so by using this fact, as these are the linear combination of these vectors, implies that these are nothing but belongs to spanning set of this set. Okay, therefore this set are both sets must be unequal, and as this set is linearly dependent set and the all vectors of n V are in the linear combination of that set, implies this can forms an basis for the vector space V. Okay, so this is the proof of that theorem.